Hello, everybody. So, Spirit has some special messages for all of us. Okay, it's actually very interesting how this reading came to me. I was getting ready to start my next series on the channel, and then Spirit's like, "Well, I want to speak. I have something to say. Will you let me talk?" And I'm like, I always let you talk. Like, what? And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh, okay. So we are always, always, always putting it out to Spirit, what we want, who we want, what we're confused about. Give me a sign. I need clarity. I need this. I need that. And Spirit, and when I say Spirit, I'm talking about spirit guides and angels, Prime Creator, like all of that energy that assists each and every one of us every day. And it's happy to be there to work in partnership with us and see through our eyes and fill with our hearts for the good or the bad. But Spirit's saying, I want to ask you questions. I want to give you something to think about. Not a sign, a number, a synchronicity about XYZ, but what I want you to know, what I perceive, what I see, what I feel as I experience life through you. All right, so I'm going to pull multiple messages to start it off, and then we'll pull more cards from there. But, you know, all of these may apply to you, what Spirit's going to say here, or maybe just one. But Spirit's saying, every single one of these words, listen with open ears and an open heart. Allow yourself to hear differently, to receive differently, to feel differently through the message of this reading. Let me speak. Let me, I experience through you. Let me allow you to experience through the all. Oh, that's so beautiful. Okay, so here is the image, and it says, my patience is being rewarded. My turn will come. So Spirit is saying, your patience is being rewarded. Your turn, your time, it absolutely will come. All right, so some of you are really going to feel that just because of what's going on in your life and in your energy field. All right, here's the next one. In my heart, I know that good things are coming their way, are coming my way, sorry. So that's another thing, is like Spirit's like, no matter what's going on, and every single day there is something beautiful, and some days bring the biggest, most unexpected, happy surprises, and some days maybe it's just something very, very subtle, like a smile from a stranger, or just captivating sunset. Nature loves me. Opening my heart to nature helps me feel happy and peaceful. And this isn't just about birds and trees and plants and flowers. This is about how nature moves, the universe itself, all things in divine timing. Relax, flow. What's the hurry? Why do you need it right now, right now, right now? The universe has something very special in store for me. Yeah, see, this is Spirit saying, I give you signs, I give you synchronicities. I've been telling you, there is something special. Your time will come, your turn will come. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show you the picture, did I? I am strong enough to face every issue in my life with courage and trust. Every challenge, every setback, disappointment, sorrow, heartache, it all brings with it lessons and growth. And, you know, that's what the soul is doing here in the 3D, experiencing life, experiencing, you know, human reality. It's learning, it's growing, it's expanding, it's receiving information and stimulation that, you know, being just pure consciousness, you can't. It's just, it's not possible. Okay, so everything in your life path on your journey, whether it's, you know, something that makes you happy or something that makes you sad, all of it brings something to you, to expand you, to grow you, to teach you in some capacity. All right, here There's this one. Every day I am stronger, braver, and wiser. I live and grow in harmony with the universe. Yeah, that just really plays off of what I said with this card. So that's beautiful. All right, and the last one. You are valuable. Spirit is saying right now, you matter. You are valuable. You are, you are, you are. It doesn't matter your 3D reality circumstances. It doesn't diminish the divinity of you, the eternalness of you. You're valuable, and there's one of you, just one. Your vibration, your personality, your flair, all of that. There's just one of you. So yes, you're valuable and you play a part, or you wouldn't be here at this time. Many people are thankful for my presence in their life. Now, you may feel for some of you that this is not true at all, that nobody cares, nobody appreciates you, but this is Spirit talking to you, saying, listen, we're all here on different journeys, and I see you and I appreciate you, and you add to the collective exactly as intended to be. So why so hard on yourself? You know, I get it. Sometimes there's people who seem like they have it all. You know, they're more popular, they're more this, they're more that. And, you know, again, we're all on different life paths. And no matter how much somebody has or how good they have it, it doesn't mean that they don't hurt and they haven't experienced major setbacks and a lot of heartache and pain. In fact, you know, I know this is not the case. There's no one size fits all for everything, but a lot of people who are very successful started out in humble beginnings, or had to go through a lot of adversity and challenge and climb that mountain to the top of success. It's not easy. Nothing is easy. It's not supposed to be easy. It's an experience, and we, the perceiver, determine whether something is a good experience or a bad experience, and we choose how we're going to react and receive that experience. And that's part of being human, of the soul growth, all the different variables, all those timelines we could choose in any given moment. Okay, so all of these messages coming out from Spirit, take to heart. All right, especially that last one. That was a perfect message for the very last one of you are valuable, you are. And the more that you know that and realize that, not from an ego standpoint, but from the standpoint of we're all, you know, here, we're all the same. We all come from the same source of energy, and we're all here figuring it out, figuring different things out, different journeys, different paths, different interests. And it's okay if sometimes we feel alone and on our own. And it's okay if sometimes we're really popular and we're everybody's favorite. It doesn't matter. It doesn't diminish or change your value and worth either way. Remember, you as the perceiver decide that you know, the loneliness is a bad thing and the popularity is a good thing. And quite honestly, if you ask me, it really goes the other way around. You know, I used to be very social and have a ton of friends, and my life was very scattered, and I didn't realize this is way before I got into any of this. And now I'm a pretty solitary creature. I mostly just talk to friends over message or on the phone, and then, you know, like a couple times a month I'll go out and about and things like that. But for the most part, my circle is very small and tight. And in that space, I never lose myself. I'm no longer stretched and scattered. And, you know, the more people that are close in your life, the more drama, the more problems, the more energy you have to contend with. And don't get me wrong, there's good in that, right? More support, more love, more fun, more socializing, all of those things. But you've got to decide, where do you want to spend your energy? Do you want to spend it on all of that, or do you want to spend it on you? It's your choice. This is your life, your gift. But, you know, Spirit is saying to you, where do you want to spend your energy? Because if you are desiring, let's say, true love, but you're spending your energy on people who you know aren't cool, like, they're okay, they will work, but it's not that click in your heart, you know what I'm saying? if you, you know, keep entertaining things like that, like that's what you're going to experience. Sometimes you've got to pull your energy all the way back and be completely alone to find yourself again, because once you're found, nothing will stop you. And I saw this really beautiful quote the other day. It said, the only person you should ever be afraid of losing is yourself. And that's the absolute truth, because once you lose yourself, then you're living for other people's expectations and wants and needs and approvals, opposed to living authentically for you, not caring what everybody else says, being strong in the knowing that you're on your own path. And it's okay if it looks totally different than everybody around you. It's okay. It doesn't diminish you. It doesn't diminish everybody else. We all signed up for different lessons, right? You know, think of Earth as this big seminar with all these endless choices of classes to take. We all signed up for different classes. That's why we have different interests. And, you know, some people are very spiritual, very heart-based. Some people are very egotistical, and their heart is like made of stone. It's all okay. And Spirit wants you to know that. Like, we're all here for different reasons, and everybody counts. You know, and that was a really hard concept for me a long time ago, just because there's some people who are so vile and just awful people, right? And I'm like, how does that person matter as much as somebody who is just giving nothing but love and light out to this world? And, you know, we live in the world of duality, of the light and the darkness, right? And, you know, if we were all fully evolved, we wouldn't be here. And part of learning and growing is falling down and getting hurt, right? So there has to be some people who cross your path that teach those harder lessons. And, you know, I went through a very traumatic childhood, so I'm not speaking on that type of issue. I am talking about, you know, when we're grown, when we're fully matured, we have our wits about ourselves, and we're in that space of deciding to choose what's happened to us in life, you know, whether to indulge the pain and the heartache or to really strive and push on and move forward, okay? I'm talking about adulthood. I'm not talking about childhood, because, you know, traumatic childhoods come with their own whole set of issues, and that's a whole nother video, okay? And I need to put this out there. If you've been through like severe trauma, I'm not talking about that either, okay? Because again, that's a whole different ball game. That's a whole different video. I'm trying to keep it, you know, more light. The things that happen, the disappointments, the challenges, the adversities, you know, and it could be some troubled relationships in there as well. But I don't want to go and dig too deep, okay? But it's a choice now. And like, that's what Spirit's saying. It's a choice now. And you need to choose you. And that's not selfish. And don't compare yourself to anybody, no matter what, because you can't. It's not even like comparing apples to oranges, okay? It's like comparing an orange to a chicken. Even though we're all in this human form, the complexity and the vastness of each soul, of each energy signature is unique to itself. There is no other. There is no other you. And the more that becomes your reality, again, in your heart and your soul, knowing your like spiritual worth, the more your energy will relax, and you won't care what people think, what people say. You won't feel that you have to live up to all of these expectations. You have to have XYZ to be considered successful or whatever. Like, all of that's going to go out the window, and you will totally embrace this journey of life and all it has, all it brings, all it offers each and every one of us every single day. I mean, we just get so used to it, right? It's like we take it for granted. And then people who go through some really severe stuff or even near-death experiences, they become a changed person, and they're like, yo, none of this matters. What matters is each moment, each breath you take, looking at the sunset, looking at the flowers, the way it feels in your heart when you are feeling love for a person, for an animal, for anything. And like, that's what Spirit is doing, is like trying to bring you back down, ground you, all right, in your energy, to center you and remind you who and what you are and what this is all really about. And at the end of the day, nothing's, that big of a deal, because, if you are 95 and you're laying on your deathbed, you're fully coherent, your body's just giving way. In your mind, you're not going to be contemplating, did I live up to this person's expectations, and I didn't buy this boat, and like, none of that is what's going to be going through your mind. Did I live enough? Did I love enough? Did I give myself permission to be me? Those are the questions. And so Spirit says, don't wait till you're 95 or 105 to contemplate that. It's in you now. Awaken that now. And life is going to become so much more rich and deep and full. And life is not about any one particular thing. Romantic love, having a family, owning a business, owning your own home. Life is not about that. Those are all just experiences on this journey, this endless journey of your soul. And you've had many lifetimes. That's why this life journey, there are certain things that you're very drawn into, certain people you're very drawn into, some things that you're just like absolutely amazing at without even trying. All of that is woven within you. Wow, yeah, we got the Hierophant, Nine of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Page of Swords. See, this is like Spirit saying, hear me, hear me. All right. So, Hierophant, Spirit, the angels, your spirit guides, other collective consciousnesses, okay, all coming in to answer like any and every question that you've been putting out to Spirit. It's like, this is your answer, okay? Because there are many things that each and every one of us want and desire, and we have the power to manifest it. We do, okay? But it's like Spirit's trying to get your mind off of the 3D, off of the thing that you want to manifest, or that you're asking about. It's like trying to get your mind off of that and bring you back to the center of you, of yourself, to get you very grounded, because in that space you hear Spirit clearly, and then all right? I mean, even me, I am so guilty of this, where I want something to happen, I'm feeling it strongly, I'm doing everything I need to do, and then it's not happening fast enough, and then I kind of start obsessing about it and thinking about it, and then I want to pull cards and pester Spirit, and before I know it, I'm spiraling. And then it takes Spirit almost like being like, hey, spiraling, overanalyzing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're right, I'm totally obsessing about this. Like, how did that happen? How did I get out and lost in orbit? And Spirit brings me back down. And that's what Spirit's trying to do, is bring you back down to really like center you, because in that place of being centered, you know who you are. You feel your spirit. You feel the strength and power of that. And nothing feels or seems impossible in that space. Okay? And also in that space, you're not looking at this and this and this and this and this hasn't happened or hasn't manifested yet. You're feeling the emotions of all that goodness. And that's the key to anything, always, 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 is to really indulge the emotion of anything it is that you desire, that you want. And so if you want love, really, really fall in love with you. Like, feel those emotions, those sparks, those butterflies that you would feel for another person. Feel that for yourself. All right. You know, your dream job, your living location, just whatever it is for you. Feel those emotions deep, deep inside, because remember, Spirit's like, there's beautiful things, but we've got to be patient, and we've got to kind of get a grip on our thoughts and our emotions, and get centered, get anchored once again. And then from there, it's like you're good. You remember, you're solid, you're stable, you're centered. And again, that's back to this message. It's like, don't be afraid to be alone for a while, some of you. Because when you are alone and you're walking your own path, you are learning your own energy, and you become so strongly anchored, okay, that new influences can't sway you, can't make you waver, can't break the foundation here, okay? So let's pull some more cards. And I don't know why, but those of you out there who are, you know, like late 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and you've seen like a lot of stuff about romance where it's like, oh, you better, if you haven't found your one by, you know, age 29, or you're not married by this age, like any of that type of stuff, like that you are undesirable because you're not 20 something or 30 something years old. Okay, that is so weird that came in, but Spirit's like, bring this up. Anybody out there who's been watching stuff who is 40 or over, and you're getting, and look at even that, we've got the 4 there, yeah, 40 and over, and you are feeling like you're not worth anything, you have nothing to offer because of your age. Spirit is saying, absolutely not. Get that thought out of your head. I want to recenter you in that, okay? Because romance and love is a contract between two souls that you both have decided, this journey we are going to align, we're going to love each other romantically, and these lessons and these blessings will be given to this relationship, okay? So it doesn't matter your age. The one that's contracted to come in at the right point on your journey is going to show up, and you're going to be enough, and you're going to be ready for it, okay? You are. Because again, a lot of happiness and wish fulfillment. But Spirit is also saying, don't rush yourself into anything because you're running. You feel like, I've got to do this by this certain time or this certain age. Don't get out of that. Get out of that. Because it's hindering you. It's blocking you. And it's not true. Spirit says what's meant for you, you're going to align to it. Okay? You've got endless timelines to jump onto, and as you grow and evolve through this journey, you know, it aligns you. Okay, so like right now, where you're at on your journey, these timelines that are available to you, you are in vibrational alignment, okay? But as you expand and you grow, you rise up to reach these other timelines that are at a much higher frequency of vibration. Okay, so if you get caught in that thought of, I'm too old, or I'm running out of time, so I'm going to settle for this, you keep yourself locked here when there's a timeline up there that you can easily vibrate to based on doing the emotional work, really feeling it there. Abundance, music, epiphany, and travel. Beautiful. See? Spirit's like, yeah, just hear me out. Just hear me out on this. And boom, it's just going to be there, like within you. And you're not going to question, you're not going to feel confused. You're going to be very certain of yourself. Like, this is such a strong message of just take my hand, just trust me, just listen to this, just focus on the emotions, don't settle, don't worry, stop worrying, you know, and everything's going to be okay. The abundance will flow. And with music, this is like, what is your passion? Dive deep into your passion, because you know what, that's what I do. When I find myself spiraling and I'm like, whoa, 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 I will shift gears and throw myself into like my work or learning something new, you know, whatever it is. Distract yourself with your passion, okay? And don't keep the mind very free, very flowing, because as you're in this energy, the epiphany comes, and then you're going to have a lot of movement forward, okay? So Spirit is just saying, your patience will be rewarded. Your time will come, all right? And good things do come to you. Notice them more. Trust your destiny. Trust the unfoldment of you through this journey and the endless potential of all that is. Something special is coming, okay? And you are strong enough to face anything and everything that occurs in your life. And, you know, every time something negative or bad happens, as you move through the healing process, because you've always got to acknowledge what you're feeling and what you're going through. That's only being kind and loving to yourself and doing so, okay? As you work through that healing, and it's your intention to grow and expand, you will transform beyond that heartache and pain and become stronger and wiser, okay, and more stable in self. And like even in the next card, every day I'm stronger, I'm wiser, I'm braver. You are, and there is only one of you. Spirit really wants you to feel that and know that there is only one of you. And learn to love yourself for that, if for no other reason, is, you know, one of a kind, limited edition, one of a kind, because even though your spirit is eternal, your spirit embodied in this person, in this personality, with the name that you have, the birthday that you have, limited edition, one shot, this journey, that's the, you only get one life, right? And it's talking about your soul only manifests through this experience one time, and then you grow and transform into the next life journey, whether it's on the earth plane or in other dimensions somewhere else, things that we don't even know or understand as we're embodied in the human form, okay? But there's only one of you. Never forget that. Never cut yourself short. Never surrender. Don't, when somebody's trying to ask you to self-sacrifice and compromise beyond what you're capable of doing, okay? Know your worth. Know your value. Truly, truly, truly. And don't settle ever, regardless of the circumstances that you face that are around you, because something else will always come. Know that. Okay, so those are the messages from Spirit. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.